Hi everybody. In previous video you already discussed about what is root and different types of root regions and also the secondary functions of root. This means different types of root modifications. What type of root modifications you already discussed? Storage of root. Next one, probe or pillar roots, stilt or brass roots, and pneumatophore, this means respiratory roots, and epiphytic roots, nodular roots, clinging roots, parasitic roots, etc. etc. Different types of root modifications are discussed in our last video. In this video, I want to go to discuss about another vegetative organ. That one is stem. You know already, the stem is mainly comes from the primule of the embryo. At the time of seed germination, the stem is developed from the primule. Remember this one? Primule of the embryo. But root is developed from the radicle of the embryo. Radicle of the embryo. But shoot is developed from the primule of the embryo. Okay? Basically, the stem is the ascending part of the plant axis. Ascending part of the plant axis. Understand? Next one, it shows a negative geographic growth and positively phototrophic growth. Okay, let us discuss about the ascending part of the plant. That one is stem. Okay, the stem is the ascending part of the plant axis. In the plant axis, ascending part is stem. Understand? Next one, it shows a negatively geotrophic growth and positively phototrophic growth. Okay. It is positively phototrophic and negatively geotrophic, hydrotrophic. Understand? Next one, the regions of the stem where the leaves are born are called nodes. This means the stem is distinguished into node, internode, node, internode, node, internode. Okay? This one is the nodal region. This one is the swollen place. It's called nodal region. In this way, this one is the node. Where the regions of the stem where leaves are born are called node. Suppose the leaf is born in this place. So this one is the node. The leaf is born in this place. So this one is node. In this way, the nodal region bears leaves. Okay. In between the node and the node, in between the two nodal region, that one is known as internode. Internodal region. This one is the node. Understand? Okay. So, the stem is distinguished into node, internode, nodes and internodes. Okay. how you find out the nodal region? How will you distinguish nodal region? Where their leaves are borne on the ascending part of the plant axis, that one is node. Understand? So the nodal region consists branches. This means this one is the leaf. This one is main axis. Understand? Okay. In between the axis and the leaf portion is known as axil. Axil. Okay. In this axil region consists axillary bud. Buds are mainly two categories. First one is vegetative buds. Second one is reproductory buds. Vegetative buds are helpful for vegetative propagation, and reproductory buds are helpful for reproduction. Understand? So axillary bud is present in between the leaves and main axis. This region is known as axil. This axil region consists of bud. That bud is known as axillary bud. This axillary bud will develop into new branch, and also nodal region consists leaves, and nodal region consists are also floral buds. The axillary bud metamorphoses into floral buds and forms a flower or inflorescence. So flowered buds and also some bracts are also visible in this nodal region. Bracts means a small green thread-like structure. Understand? So the nodal region develops branches, leaves, flowered, bract, and are developed from the nodal region. That part is known as node. Understand? In this way, the aerial ascending part of the plant axis, that one is stem. The stem is distinguished into nodes and internodes. Understand? Next one. The stem is generally green when younger. Later, often become woody and dark brown in their color. At the time of younger, the stem is green in their color because of the presence of chlorophyll. By the presence of chlorophyll, they fed from photosynthesis activity, assimilation. Understand? Gradually, this younger stem become woody and dark brown in their color by the loss of chlorophyll. Understand? So, this at the time of younger, the stem is generally green in their color. Later, often become woody and dark brown. Dark brown. Understand? Next one, the stem is generally aerial. Aerial. Understand? Aerial means nothing but to expose air, to expose to the air. Understand? This type of part are known as aerial. Next one, underground. Underground means they are not exposed to aerial, they are exposed to or penetrate into the soil. Soil. This type of parts are known as underground. Okay, where plant pots are exposed to air, the spots are known as aerial. So the stem is generally aerial, and developed phototrophic growth. It shows a phototrophic growth, positively phototrophic growth and negatively geotrophic growth. Understand? Next one, what are the functions of the stem? What are the functions of the stem? Okay, the main functions of the stem is spread out of the branches that bears leaves, flowers and fruits. Okay, all these are exposed to atmosphere. The leaves are mainly exposed to sunlight because of the spreading out of branches by these stem. Understand? So the another one, it also, the stem is also conduct water minerals, and also assimilatory process. That one is photosynthesis by the presence of chlorophyll in their younger stem and also leaves. Okay. In this way, the stem main functions are spread out branches that bears leaves and flowers and fruits are also. Next one, it is also conduct water, minerals and photosynthesis. These are the main functions. Understand? Next one, the stem in some plants perform some other functions. Some other functions such as storage food material, storage of food, and vegetative propagation and vegetative reproduction. That one, storage of food and vegetative propagation, and giving mechanical support and also protection. These are the some additional functions performed by the stem in some plants, not in all plants, in some plants. Okay, let us discuss about the secondary functions of the stem. You already know about the root functions. What are the main functions of root? Anchorage, absorption water and minerals from the ground. Okay, these are the main functions. Okay, but some other additional functions, the secondary functions are storage food material, assimilation, nitrogen fixation, respiration, photosynthesis. These are the some additional functions. Okay. In the same way, the stem is also perform some additional functions. So, the stem is some plants perform some other functions such as storage of food material and also vegetative propagation and give mechanical support and production. Let us discuss about one by one before the forms of stem. Okay. The stem is mainly two in their forms. What are they? Caudex. Listen carefully. Caudex. C-A-U-D-X. Caudex. Caudex means the stem is unbranched. Branches are not present in this the main axis, the main stem. So the stem is unbranched and also erect. Erect. Okay, cylindrical in their shape, cylindrical. Understand? Cylindrical. Okay, the stem is unbranched, branches are absent, and also erect, cylindrical, and marked with scary leaves. This means fallen leaves. Fallen leaves are present. Okay, the older leaves are easily fall off from the cylindrical stem, unbranched stem. So this type of stems are known as caudex. This type of stems are known as caudex. The best example is borasus, tati chettu, Cocos nucifera, kobbari chettu. Next one, different types of plants, eta chettu, kajuri chettu. These are the date plant. Okay, these are the different types of plants are best example for caudex. Caudex. These are the first form of the stem. Understand? Listen these figures. Another one, clum. C-A-U-L-M. Clum. Okay, this one is the other form of the stem. Okay, in this, the stem jointed with the solid nodes. The solid nodes are easily find out. Okay, and hollow internode. Hollow, khali space అనేది కనిపిస్తుంది. Hollow space. Okay, in this way, the stem is also jointed with the solid nodes and hollow internodes. This type of stems are known as clum. Best example, bamboo. Bambusa. Okay, The bamboo plant is the best example for clam. These are the main forms of the stem. Understand? Generally, the stem modifications are categorized into three. There are underground stem modification, subaerial stem modification, and aerial stem modification. This one is the ground. Below the ground part is known as underground. Above, subaerial. Next, aerial. Okay? In this way, the stem modifications are mainly distinguished into three categories. The first one is underground stem modification, a subaerial stem modification, and aerial stem modification. Okay? Underground stem modifications are rhizome, comb, stem tuber, bulb. Okay? These are the underground stem modifications. There are accumulate food materials and become swollen and fleshy. Next one, subaerial. Okay? Subaerial. Not underground, not aerial. It is present in between. So, these are called subaerial stem modifications. Subaerial stem modifications are runner, stolon, offset, sucker. Runner, stolon, offset, sucker. These are the subaerial stem modification. Next one, aerial stem modification. Aerial stem modification. These are not contact with the soil and underground. So, these are called aerial stem modifications and mainly tendrils. You know. Next one, thorns, phylloclad, cladode, and bulbil. Not bulb. This one is bulb. This one is bulbil. Understand? These are the different types of aerial stem modification. In this way, the stem modifications are mainly categorized into three. First one is underground stem modification, subaerial stem modification, and aerial stem modification. Let us discuss about one by one. Okay? The first one is underground stem modification. This is underground stem. Underground stem means in many herbaceous plant, stem develops below the soil. Below the soil. This type of stems are known as underground stems. Underground stems. The next one, these underground stems are dormant during the unfavorable condition, and in favorable condition it gives aerial shoot. Aerial shoots are developed in favorable condition. In unfavorable conditions, these are dormant. Okay. The next point is the underground stems often store food and become fleshy. By the accumulation of food materials in their underground stems, the stems become fleshy. Understand? These are the underground stems. Okay? మరి అండర్గ్రౌండ్ స్టెమ్స్ ని రూట్ నుంచి ఏ విధంగా డిఫరెంట్ చేయొచ్చు? How the underground stem is differentiated from root. Some specific characters are present in the underground stem. These specific characters are differentiated from root. What type of characters? The first one is the underground stem is like stem like internal structure. Stem like internal structure is present in this. Okay. Another one, exogenous branching is developed. Exogenous branching is present in the underground stems. Another one, presence of nodes and internodes. Okay. It is underground, but it is also consists of nodes and internodes. Understand? Another one, it occurring of foliage leaves or scaly leaves. Foliage leaves or scaly leaves at the nodal region with axillary bud. Okay, axillary bud is also present. Nodal region, scaly leaves are also present in this. Okay, finally, absence of root cap because it one is underground stem. Underground, but it is stem. Because of this reason, root cap is absent. Okay, only terrestrial plants are consists root cap. Okay. But this one is underground, but it is a stem. Because of this reason, root cap is absence. Absence of root cap. Because of this characters is maintained by the underground stem, it is differentiated from the root. Okay, these are the main characters. The stem differentiated from the root. Understand? Discuss about one by one underground stem modifications. The first one is the rhizome. Okay, rhizome is underground stem. It is prostrate growth. Prostrate. Next one, it is a dorsiventral. Dorsiventral thickened because of the accumulation of food materials. Thickened brownish color, brownish stem, because the underground stem is not exposed to the sunlight. Okay, because the stem is brownish in their color. So dorsiventral thickened brownish stem. Next one, this underground rhizome grow horizontal. This one is a horizontal growth under the surface of the soil. Horizontal. This one is a vertical growth. This one is a horizontal growth. Okay. Next one. This rhizome shows distinct nodes and internodes. See this figure once. This one is a underground rhizome. It distinguishes into nodes. These are the nodes. In between the two nodes, the region is known as internode. So, the underground rhizome also consists nodes and internodes. Okay. Next one. This rhizome possesses a terminal and also axillary bud in the axil of the scaly leaves present at the node. So, in this nodal region, possesses scaly leaves. These are the scaly leaves. Okay. Axillary bud or a terminal bud. The terminal bud is also covered with scaly leaves. Axillary bud and terminal buds are covered, protected by the scaly leaves. Understand? And next one, rhizome remains dormant under the soil. Soil lo unnappudu ade vidhanga untundi, dormant. Okay. The terminal bud, this one is the terminal bud. Suppose ikkada terminal bud undanukondi. The terminal bud grows into the aerial shoot. The aerial shoot is mainly formed by the terminal bud. Terminal bud. These are this one is the structure of the rhizome. Okay. Next one. Basically, on the basis of the development or growth of the rhizomes are mainly categorized into two. What are they? Sympodial rhizomes and monopodial rhizomes. Sympodial rhizomes means nothing but they are developed different in their direction by the presence of axillary buds. Okay, sympodial branching is present in this rhizome. The type of rhizomes are known as the sympodial rhizomes. The best examples are Gingiber officinalis, ginger. Next one, Curcuma longa. This one is turmeric. Okay, these are the best example for sympodial rhizome. Another one, monopodial rhizomes. Monopodial rhizome means that only terminal bud is developed into another growth in only one direction. Only one direction, not in all directions, only one direction. The type of rhizomes are known as single, monopodial rhizomes. But the best example is lotus. And also some ferns like pteris. Pteris plant, lotus are the best examples to the monopodial rhizomes. Understand? One is comb. Okay, comb. It is a underground and also condensed structure. Condensed. It is a underground and condensed structure. It grows vertical under the soil surface. It is the vertical grow under the ground. Vertical grow. And this vertical condensed structure of the underground stem shows nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes are also present. Okay, every nodal region consists of some adventitious roots and also scaly leaves. scaly leaves are present on every nodal region. Okay, this means it shows a node. This one is internode. These are the scaly leaves. Okay, scaly leaves. Some advances roots are also present in this. Some advances roots are also developed from the nodal regions. Okay, understand? So axillary bud developed in the daughter comb, developed from the daughter axillary buds develops into daughter comb. Suppose this one is axillary bud. The axillary bud will develop into a daughter comb. Daughter comb. Suppose in this region one axillary bud is present. It is also developed into daughter comb. Daughter comb. This daughter comb detached from the parental comb, it will be developed into new individual plant. Understand? So the axillary bud developed into daughter comb. Some advances roots are also present on the comb. These are helpful for the horizon. The stem is in particular length in the soil or ground. Okay, this one is a comb. This one is a comb. The best examples are colocasia. You know already. Example: colocasia, alocasia, colocasia, చామదుంప అంటాం కదా, colocasia. చామదుంప వచ్చినప్పటికీ ఎలా విధంగా ఉంటుంది? It is vertical plant, vertical grow in the surface of the soil. It is also distinguished into nodes and internodes. Every nodal region consists of scaly leaves. The scaly leaves are helpful for the protection axillary buds. Axillary bud will develop into new daughter comb. If these daughter combs are detached from the parental comb, it will be grow into new individual comb, individual plant. So these daughter combs are helpful for vegetative propagation. Understand? Next one, the stem is distinguished into nodes and internodes. It is a specific character differentiated from the root. Okay, example: colocasia. Modification is tuber, stem tuber. Okay, the stem tuber, tip of the branches becomes swollen in the soil and converted into tubers, and these tubers are consist eyes. Suppose potato, Solanum tuberosum. It consists of some eyes, some notches are present on the surface. These are called eyes. These are called eyes. These eyes are found on the tuber, which are axillary buds. In this axillary bud is present. It is covered with scaly leaves. The scaly leaves cover axillary buds in these notches, eyes. Every eye is equivalent to node. Eye, ఇక బంగాళదుంప పొటాటోలో చూస్తే ఐస్ కొన్ని నాచెస్ ఉంటాయి, నొక్కుల్లాగా ఉంటాయి, గుంటల టైప్లో ఉంటాయి. These are called eyes. Every eye is equivalent to nodal region. So nodal region consists axillary bud, and axillary buds are protected by scaly leaves because this one is underground. In this tip of the branches, nearest soil branches, nearest, this one is the root system, this one is the green part is the shoot system. Okay, clear? The nearest soil branches are emerged into the soil, and tip of the branches are become swollen. This become swollen and forms here tubers. These are called stem tuber because these tubers are modification of the stem. The nearest soil branches are penetrate in the soil and the tip of the branches become swollen in the soil. These are called tubers. Okay, these tubers are considered as a stem because of the presence of eye. Every eye equal to node. So in this eye consists axillary bud protected by scaly leaves. Okay, the best example is Solanum tuberosum. Solanum tuberosum. Okay, commonly called potato. Understand? Stem modification is bulb. B-U-L-B, bulb. Okay, the stem is a disc-like structure. The stem is disc-like structure. Understand? The stem is disc-like structure. This one is the stem. The stem is shunted. Okay, shunted and also disc-like structure. It is underground. Okay. Many roots are arised from these base. Many advanced fibrous. Many roots are arised from the base. This one is the actual stem. The stem is shunted and also disc-like structured. On this disc-like stem, numerous fleshy scaly leaves are present. These are the scaly leaf. Many scaly leaves. Okay, many scaly leaves are surrounded by the stem with numerous fleshy scales. Numerous fleshy scales are present. These are the fleshy leaves. Fleshy scaly leaves. These are actual leaves. These are the fleshy scaly leaves. Understand? Next one. This one is the disc stem. This one is disc stem. These are roots. These are green leaves. Okay. Next one. The entire bulb is protected or occupied by the very thin layer. That one is tunica layer. Okay. Tunica layer is presence. Okay. And this bulb. This one is the bulb. The entire part is the bulb. In this, the stem is a disc-like structure and also underground and also shunted growth. On this stem is surrounded by numerous fleshy scaly leaves. There are accumulate food materials and become fleshy, and many roots are raised below the disc-like stem. Some advanced roots are present in the basal of the stem. You know already, one of the best example, that one is Allium schiffer. Onion. Okay, onion is the best example of bulb. Scientifically called Allium schiffer. Okay, this one is the bulb. These are the different types of underground stem modification. What are the underground stem modification? Rhizome, it is horizontally grow. Comb, it is vertically grow. Tuberous, the tip of the branches have become accumulate food materials and become swollen, fleshy, converted into tuber-like structures. Bulb, the stem is completely reduced and shunted, a disc-like structure. Above the shunted growth, disc-like structure stems consist fleshy scaly leaves and become a bulb-like structure. That one is known as bulb. Example, Allium schiffer.